Hello, ladies. Welcome.
Hello,
So
hello.
good to see you here. Hi, everybody out there taking a listen in. We are so excited to have our special guest here, Angel and I. And Teresa, just thank you so much for being on here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Teresa Getz. Her and her husband, John, are Black Diamond chairmen here at Live Pure. And you've been here 12 years at this company. And, we had an opportunity to meet you when we were down in Dallas, and Angel and I both were blown away, weren't we? All the stuff you were sharing with us. And, frankly, just your knowledge of what all of these different products do for everybody. So we wanted to ask you to come on here and share a little bit of your expertise with us. And so we really appreciate you taking some time. But let's just, for sake of everybody getting to know you, why don't you tell us, Teresa, how you ended up at Live Pure? How did that happen?
Absolutely. Well, Lori, Angel, thanks. I'm excited to be here and share some of the things I've learned over the last 12 years. So I'm grateful that y'all invited me in and entrust me with your people. I found Live Pure a little over 12 and a half years ago now, when I was fresh out of the hospital with double lung pneumonia. And I could barely get out of the bed to take a shower, and I was back in bed. And it's so funny, ladies, when all of a sudden you realize your income shut off, but the bills didn't. And so we were a family going, oh my gosh, I had a 6-figure income. It stopped like a water faucet. And we were told about Pure. I resisted a little bit. I was that girl. I was like, back off. I don't want to hear anything. And my husband made me go, literally made me go to sit down and take a look. And John and I both worked at Ashley Furniture. That's what we did. He worked in Plano or in Grapevine. I worked in Frisco, and I had a lot of hats on. I was a store trainer. I was a salesperson. I was an assistant manager. I did a lot, and I had run myself down and got very, very sick. And ladies, at that point in time, I was not a supplement taker. And it's so funny because I grew up, my mom and dad had a health food store. And I always figured, you know what? I eat everything I need. I'm good. I don't want to do all this stuff. And so lo and behold, I got run down and got sick. We went to hear a presentation, and I was blown away. Now, we're parents of 5 and we're grandparents of 17. And wow. I went to hear this presentation, and I was so blown away. I was blown away by the products, and my antenna went up on the opportunity to share this, not only to create a secondary stream of income. I think it's wisdom for all of us to have multiple streams of income, but that I could truly be a blessing. And that's what has captured me with Pure. These products, for whoever I'm speaking to out there, are so totally profound. They are life-changing. I tell people every day, we save lives, we change lives, and we extend lives. And that's a true statement. I believe there's only 2 things that allow the human body to heal itself, and that's our good Lord and the human body itself. But when you give it the right tools, when you give it the right ammunition that it needs, the body can begin to do its own job. Right. So we saw it. We said, we want every product. We're going to flood our body. We're going to get our health back. And miraculously, within 7 days, I was back at work 12 hours a day.
Wow. After getting out of the hospital.
Yes.
Wow.
And when I'm saying I could barely get up to take a shower and I was back in bed, true statement. And within 7 days, it's like the light bulb went off and I was back at work full time. The joint pain in my right knee was gone. I began to release weight because I had packed on 25. Now I'm menopausal, ladies. I was menopausal, so I know. A struggle.
Get that. Yeah. Angel's not there yet. You're lucky.
Yeah. Oh, so close. Are you getting close? Anyway, long story short, I had packed on 25 pounds from all the steroids they had me on. It took them 5 antibiotics to get me well. I was one sick girl. By the time I got to the hospital, they said I could have very well gone into a coma. Wow. That's how sick I was. And so when I say these products changed my life, they changed my life. And, the hospital sent me home with a present called MRSA staph infection. I was able to watch that be completely resolved by getting on these products. Yeah, Angel, it was life-changing. And then I watched my husband. He had severe acid reflux, ulcers in his esophagus. he noticed that all the symptoms went away. And so, began to come off his acid reflux medicine, and he was due for an endoscopy, and the doctor about fell off his chairs and said, your ulcers are gone. What are you doing? You're not refilling your prescription, and they don't make your ulcers go away anyway. So what's up? And then I watched his alarmingly high cholesterol of 350 go to 150 and get off a statin drug. And so we just saw life transforming things happen. But the best part was I started to share this from the day I enrolled. From the day I enrolled, I didn't wait to get product results because I knew probably everybody I was going to talk to wasn't dealing with double lung pneumonia. So my story was going to be different when what they looked at it for. And I got to tell you, ladies, what happened in the first week, you guys. I shared this with a really, really good friend of mine, and her husband came over and they said, we want this. We want all of these products. And she said, can we call my girlfriend? She's got 90 pounds to lose. Now, Tracy was a severe asthmatic since a child. Shauna had 90 pounds to lose. She said, can we share this with my brother? Do you think it could help him? He's scheduled for a foot amputation. He's a diabetic. So thank God I didn't wait for the products to see what they did. I didn't even have my products yet. Tracy in 5 months was non-asthmatic. Today she runs marathons and doesn't even use a rescue inhaler.
Wow.
Shauna lost 90 pounds. It took her 11 months, but the weight's gone.
Sure.
Shauna's brother within 30 days canceled his surgery and it saved his foot.
Wow.
So I'm excited to talk about the products.
Yes, let's jump into it. So
that's what they do.
The basis of everything is really core. You call it core, right?
Yep.
And it begins with all of these superfruits that they have. Yes. Which I'm excited to learn about, because I look at them, I go, okay, I'm confused. Which one do I want? So I'm just going to let you jump in and tell us what and tell us why.
Absolutely. And I jotted down a bunch of notes so I could go over a bunch of notes. And Lori, you said, I don't know which one, you want them all. And I'm just going to tell everybody out there, you guys, the magic is to really flood your body, to give your body an overall tune-up, give it everything it needs so the body can begin to heal itself. I always tell everybody, we're not a one-trick pony or a magic juice. That's not what we are. The body's all connected, so the body needs everything it needs to heal itself, at least for the first 30 to 45 days. Then you can back those products down to the targeted needs product. But you got to get your gut right. You got to get your blood right. You got to get the healthy fats right. You got to get all the major organs functioning right. You've got to get the CRP markers down. There's so much that we have to do for the body to heal itself. But guess what? We've got it figured out. It's simple. It's just a simple system. So we start really with the core 4, which is cleanse, balance, build, and energy. But these girls are going to be able to teach you on that. What I want to teach you about is some of our Superfruits, because my husband and I don't go a day without them. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking mine right now. And there's multiple ways that you can take these and get them in your system. But one of the first products I want to talk to you about is acai. And this is a beautiful purple bottle. I have a wine rack in my home filled with these. Everybody always walks in my front door and says, oh, I love your wine rack. But let me just read you some of the notes. So, I don't think I look like a grandma 17. If I do, don't say it and ruin my day.
You do not.
These products are anti-aging. And that's one of the things that acai is known for, is it helps combat premature aging. And so this product these are like liquid gold, you guys, in a bottle. So a trick, shake it before you take it, because there's no fillers, there's no binders, there's no preservatives. It's just that superfruit and that superfruit alone. Like mangosteen, it's the pericarp, the endocarp, the whole fruit. But there's no water in here to water it down. There's no juice. There's nothing else. So you get therapeutic results. So, all right. So acai is combats premature aging. This is incredible for cardiovascular health. We all need that. Heart disease is number 1 or 2 killer in this country. Mm-hmm. It promotes supple hair, skin, and nails. So yes, we call it the beauty berry. It maintains healthy cholesterol levels. I know this is one of the products that helped my husband. Now we took everything, but his cholesterol was at 350 on a statin, and now 150, and maintained that the whole time.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes, this is amazing, gentlemen, for prostate health. There is so much prostate cancer. Every day I'm getting a phone call with somebody with prostate cancer. This is huge for your prostate health. And it's, of course, supports a healthy immune system. And of course, it's a fruit, it's gluten-free. This is 100% pure. There's nothing else in this bottle but 30,000 milligrams of organic acai.
Wow.
So it's going to tell you 1 to 2 ounces a day, or 1 to 2 ounces twice a day on the bottle. If you're just preventing, you could do an ounce in the morning and an ounce at night. If you're trying to do therapeutic and you're chasing back your health, I suggest 2 ounces morning and 2 ounces night. That's more of a therapeutic dosing. But acai is incredible. And guys, what you can do, I'm going to tell you, we don't put sugar and crap in our products. So they're not going to all taste great. Now, acai is fine. To me, it's not a bitter at all. But you can mix them in a cocktail, pour everything in a glass. You can make them with our protein shakes and even throw in your greens and your Mila and have a jam-packed meal with one shake that tastes great. But get these superfruits in every day. And I always tell our organization, guys, don't make your refrigerator healthy or your cupboards healthy. You have to get them in your body. And I could literally sit here, Lori and Angel, for hours sharing the stories of what these products are doing. You would be blown away by what these are doing to give the body what it needs to do its own job. So
yeah.
Prove us wrong, you guys. You won't be.
I love that you said.
So on that note, before you go to the next one, do they have to be refrigerated after you open them? That's a question somebody had. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Always
I kind of figured, but I thought I'd ask.
No, that's perfect. You always want to shake them before you take them, and you want to refrigerate them once they're open. Very, very, very important.
I love how you said. I love how you said, don't make your refrigerator or your cupboards healthy. Make yourself healthy. You actually have to take them, guys.
Right, take them. And remember, the reason they need to be refrigerated, we don't use fillers, binders, or preservatives. So they're flash frozen is how they're processed. So they're flash frozen and brought over here. These come from foreign countries, guys. Amazing, like the Polynesian Islands. So they flash freeze them and bring them to the United States. All of our products are manufactured in the United States of America in FDA third-party registered facilities.
Awesome.
So you can be proud of that. All right, let me talk to you about mangosteen. This is another one of my very, very favorite products because you guys, all sickness and disease starts with an inflammatory response. Heart disease is inflammation in the arteries and the cardiovascular system. And people sometimes don't think about that. You think of arthritis, right? But so is asthma, so is allergies. It's all an inflammatory response. So this is really the #1 anti-inflammatory on the market. And it's 100% pure. Again, there's nothing else in here but mangosteen. So this has an extremely high ORAC value, which is just oxygen radical absorption capacity. I usually don't even go into that. Guys, people don't really care about the features. They want to know, how's it going to help me? What's the benefits of this product? So this is going to support your healthy histamine levels, which has to do with allergies and arthritis. I have a lot of kiddos that used to have severe asthma and they're non-asthmatic. And lots of people, I'm sure your people are from all over the country, but Texas is the allergy capital of the world. And their allergies are gone. They don't need the over-counter Zyrtec and all the different allergy meds that have side effects. They just need this. So it supports healthy histamine levels. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. Again, it promotes cardiovascular health because it's your heart and it's inflammation. This is an antibacterial and antifungal. So huge for that. And again, it's gluten-free and it supports the immune system. And it's 100% pure wild harvested mangosteen. And it's got naturally occurring xanthones in it, which are powerful, powerful antioxidants. So when we say these are super fruits, that's what we mean. And my husband and I, we don't go a day without them. Quick story. My grandson developed, one of my grandsons developed severe allergies to where his eyes almost squinted shut. And I got him on the core and organic sulfur and mangosteen, completely gone.
Wow.
He can take this and within 30 minutes, it's just like his eyes open back up.
Wow.
you guys, this is huge for all of that. And remember, every sickness and disease has C-reactive protein, which is high inflammation markers. That's where it all starts. So this is critical. Okay.
And that's called mangosteen.
That's called mangosteen.
Awesome.
Beautiful yellow bottle. All right, let's talk about the beautiful red bottle. This is goji. It's known as the happy berry. And you guys always tell people, remember red for the blood, for the circulatory system, for the heart. And you can Google this. It has nothing to do with pure, but you can Google it. There's a video out there called the Goji Blood video. It's a doctor, and he shows under a microscope a very sick patient where he shows his blood. And you can see that the cells are stacked on top of each other like pennies. Not good. Your blood cells are supposed to be free floating and moving around. There was lots of cholesterol pieces and bacteria. They administered goji, and within hours redid the blood completely normal. All the cells had unstacked. The bacteria started to move out of the system. The cholesterol was way less.
Wow.
Goji. So again, this is a huge product. This is a mood enhancer. It's known as the happy berry. So it's huge for mood. It supports overall cardiovascular health. Again, because now we're dealing with cholesterol and all of that. It increases stamina and endurance. This is incredible for liver and kidney function.
Oh.
So really supports liver and kidney function. Just an FYI, it's great for vision. I've had 5 people on my team that no longer need glasses.
Really?
Yes. Are you too, Angela?
Wow.
I need that.
Oh, you need that. Okay. Well, I still have mine, but yeah, I have 5 people. The doctor said, "What are you doing?" And just an FYI, this is great for libido. So just so you know, it's great for libido. And then this protects your cell DNA so it has healthy aging. Because, you know, we have all those free radicals, and all of these superfruits have those powerful antioxidants in them. So it helps with the free radical and the aging process. And of course, it's gluten-free. Let me see what else I had. It's a happy berry, mood, 100% organic goji juice. This one has polysaccharides and polyphenols. And again,
Okay.
I'm kind of detailed. I'm not an engineer type. You just need to know what it does for you.
So
And-
Teresa, on all of these, would you say, you said if you're doing a therapeutic dose, do 2 ounces AM and PM. Is that for all of them? Do
Yes.
2 ounces, and then maintenance would be 1 ounce.
1 and 1.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you're healthy, you know you don't have any sickness or disease or ailments, and you're on this on the preventative side, good for you. I'm glad you're here. It's a lot easier to prevent than it is to chase. So
Yeah.
good for you. Take an ounce twice a day, in the morning and night.
So how many ounces are in a bottle? Would 1 bottle be your maintenance dose for a month?
No, it's going to be like Goyen, where you need 2 bottles a month.
Okay.
Because Goyen you take once, twice a day, and you go through 2 bottles a person. It's going to be the same as this, Lori.
Okay.
2 bottles. And you guys, it comes. So I encourage my organization. We go through a lot of 5-packs.
Mm-hmm.
A 5-pack is less expensive. There's a price value there if you buy 5 bottles at one time. There's
Got
also a package that has 1 of each, and the fusion. Let me talk about that. So the fusion, you guys, is all 4 of the superfruits, and I haven't talked about noni yet, but I will.
Okay.
The superfruits, all 4 of those, the acai, the goji, the mangosteen, and the noni, are in this bottle. It's fused. It's fusion. Now, if you are going to drink 1 ounce of each of those, to get the same dosage, you need to drink 4 ounces of this.
Okay.
Sense? So if you're the person that says, I don't want all this in my refrigerator, I don't have a lot of room, or I have a big family, you can do the fusion. Maybe start with the single ones and then order the fusion afterwards so you can experience it. So this is the same thing, but you would drink 4 ounces at a time.
Got it. Okay.
Now there is a package that has all 4 superfruits in this, and there is a package that has 5 of these or 5 of these. So there's different ways that you can purchase it. That's going to give you a little cost savings if you go the 5s.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. And last but not least is going to be the noni. This one's bitter. I think it tastes like blue cheese, and I hate blue cheese. But it's one of my favorite products, and I'll tell you why. All health begins in the gut. Everything starts from the gut. And so this is known as the ultimate digestive bitter. It's high in fiber for digestive health. It supports healthy serotonin levels, so that's a plus. Again, a healthy immune system. It's very, very high in minerals and trace minerals. It's got over 160 nutrients, because this is grown in like volcanic ash areas. So it gets all those nutrients from that soil, which is huge. It supports healthy blood sugar and cholesterol levels. So this is great for diabetics. Now, you guys, again, we don't cure, heal anything, but I have hundreds of people that were type 2 that are no longer type 2. Hundreds, not one, not two, not a few. Everybody that I've encountered that we've gotten on the products, they're no longer diabetic. And I had type 2 diabetics that took metformin and 5 insulin shots a day.
Wow.
They're off everything. So this is huge for blood sugar, the ultimate digestive bitter. So you guys, this is one of the key products that really helped my husband with acid reflux. Remember, from the minute you put it in your mouth to the minute you excrete it through your colon, that's your digestive system. Well, his acid reflux was so bad that his esophagus was lined with ulcers.
Oh.
And those can turn to cancer, right?
Also really painful.
Yes, and erode your esophagus.
Yeah.
Noni is one of those amazing things. Like I said, it's a bitter. So it's a very, very bitter product. But if you mix it in a cocktail, now I'm going to tell you, I have 5-year-old kids that their moms take the shot cups that are on the Daily Build and some of those, the calcium, and they pour them the Superfruits. They line them up across the kitchen counter and they shoot them. So sometimes I say, hey, if a 5-year-old kid can do it, we got to put on our big girl panties and our big boy boxers and take them. If you're picky, mix it in a cocktail. And everything's better with goyan in it. So just pour extra goyan in it. Goyan's amazing.
That cocktail's really good. When we were in Texas, right, Angel, Miss Lisa down there made us a cocktail, and I thought it was great. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it really is. Now it's much better than drinking it by itself, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But really, when you put that goyan in there, the goyan is 20 warming and cooling fruits in an ancient Chinese formulation, kind of that yin and yang. That goyan gives it such a great flavor profile.
Yeah.
Or again, mix it in a shake.
Yeah.
You can easily mix this in a shake, and then you can add your greens, because who wants to drink greens plain, right?
Right.
And our greens have the reishi mushroom in them, which is almost like a cancer cell discoverer. It looks for that in the human body and helps get rid of that. So take greens every day too, guys. And so we'll put the greens in it. We'll put the mealie in it. And then if you want to flavor it up with one of our other products, maybe our Pure Cafe or one of our energy sticks or our Me, you can flavor profile it that way if you want to. And it really tastes great. So guys, I would just tell you, these Superfruits to us this is food, you guys. It's food. You know, I had somebody say the other day, well, should I take this to my doctor? I said, well, I'm always going to tell you, talk to your doctor, but do you call your doctor when you go to Perkins? Or do you call your doctor when you go to Outback Steakhouse? This is a fruit. It's 100% food.
Or the drive-through window.
Yeah. I used to say, I said, you call your doctor when I just saw you leave McDonald's. What are you talking about?
So some are asking, how is this in comparison to what's on the market today?
Oh, 100% different. So if you, as a matter of fact, I signed up just recently, I signed up a new brand partner, and she had a bottle from another company delivered. I said, what is that? And she said, oh, it's Noni. I said, well, let's just open that box. And I pulled out my bottle and we looked at her bottle. She went, oh my gosh. It was full of crap. And it was juices. It had juices and water. You guys, why do you want to pay for a product that's watered down and has juices and they take the therapeuticness away of the product? So that's what the difference is. Also, the other difference is that we're third-party verified. You guys have seen the commercials or the news broadcasts on TV where some of these products sitting in some of these big box stores. Yes, right, Angel? They've checked them, and what's on the label is not what's in the bottle.
Right.
Guys, why mess with that? This is third party verified, and then our own in-house doctor verifies the batches again. So this is all known to be 100% pure. Besides that, a lot of our products, 9 are in the physician's desk reference, which is huge. Besides that, we have a full wellness advisory board of current practicing MDs, not retired docs, guys. They can say whatever they want. These are current practicing MDs that not only take the product and their families, put their patients on the product, and many of them are sharing and helping us to build a brand.
That's awesome.
And I'd love to talk a little bit about that if I have a minute.
Yeah.
Because it takes an army of us to build a brand. We are going to become a $1 billion global name. I am of the personal philosophy that every family should have this product in the refrigerator. I've seen 5-year-old children's lives saved from this product. I've seen, oh my gosh, I can tell you story after story after story, crazy stories. We could hear her for hours.
They're amazing.
Yes, they are amazing. And some you would go, no way, but it's true. Yeah. It's true. And so that's what drove me to share it. And so I just knew that I knew. I had enrolled, I had sponsored a few people, and I went to an event. And at that event, I saw a family walk across stage that all 4 of them, their lives were dramatically changed. I mean, dramatically on the health side. And I broke down and I cried. I'll never forget. I started to cry and I told my husband, oh my gosh, this is so much bigger than us. I feel like we've been marked to share a message, to tell other families about this, because and I don't know where everybody's faith is, but I believe somebody's on their knees praying today for an answer that you probably know that I don't know. And you're going to be the one that is able to bring them. I call this a gift. You get the gift, you partake of the gift, and then pass this gift to somebody else in the form of a message so that they can be of benefit. Because if you don't, it may be a deal breaker for them, right?
Right.
Think about my guy. If we wouldn't have told him, he would be footless.
Right.
That's a big deal. That's pretty.
That's a huge deal. Yeah, that's a huge deal.